Hello, today we're going to do another fun fold, and this is another cutaway front card. Excuse me. So you're going to need an A2 card, and we're going to cut away 2 1/8 at 2 1/8. So there's 2 and there's 1/8. So cut that. So it looks just like that. And then we're going to turn this piece sideways and cut it at 2 1/8 to make a square. And we're going to use this for the card, and this you can set aside to make something else. All right. So now we're going to line the inside of this, but not the entire thing, just the inside right-hand side. So for that, we're going to need a piece that's 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. So 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. There. And that's going to go right here. That's really pretty. And that gives you just enough room to tuck that underneath this flap. So let's go ahead and, almost said sew that down. I was just talking to my husband about my sewing machine. Alrighty. There, and get some glue on here, and we're going to glue this together. That's better. All right. Then we need a piece to cover this, and I chose this. I think that'll be really pretty. So we need this to be 2 by 5 1/4. So 5 1/4, and then 2 inches. Oh, that fits perfect. Okay, that is so pretty. Nice. That's just gorgeous paper. All right. So then this piece needs to go on like this, and we need a square to go on here. So we're going to need this to be 2 by 2. Well, that's a little crooked. Now it's 2 by 2. And then 2 inches going this way. Set that aside, and this can go on here. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and glue this on. That's perfect. All right. Then we're going to glue this on right here, and you're just going to line the 2 points up with the edge of the card, and we're going to do it right down the middle. So we're going to go ahead and put a little glue right in the middle, and then we're going to glue right on this left side corner. Whoops. And then we can line this up so the glue's over here and the glue's right in the middle. So then when we line this up, like so, we can go ahead and adhere that down. There, now we can turn that over and get that nice little back rub. Those colors are really pretty together. And that pulls out. That's the exact color as these little circles. That is just so pretty. And this green matches exact. I love that. All right, so now we just have to figure out how to decorate this. So plus I wanted to do a little, these little bits here. I was thinking that might be pretty to put up here. And that should hide, yes. So, but I want to trim it down a little bit. I love to use up these little itty bitty pieces when we can. So we'll cut it off right there. And that's going to make this 1 1/2 inches. Perfect. And look at that. Waste not, want not. want to line it up with this piece of paper here. I was going to put it up to the top, but looks better if you line those lines up together. Match those lines. There. That's very pretty. I like that. All right, now this can go on here or down here. Probably down there. Let's put it down there. There. Alrighty. Perfect. Okay, so now we just need something to put here. So let's look and see what we've got. Let's see. We can look in the green. Yeah, let's look at the green. Let's see what we've got in here. We must have something that'll go in here. Oh yeah, that's right. I was putting these little guys together. That actually matches that yellow. Boy, does that match. Huh. We could do that. That's funny. I've got those pictures. What else? Oops, we've got this. That's even bigger than that. That's funny. I could have actually used that. Or I could turn it this way. That really matches too. That is pretty. All right, we've got two ideas. I like both of those. I kind of like this one better. That's neat. What else? We've got this. Oh, that's pretty too. And that's got that yellow and green. I think I like that better because it's a circle. And there's a lot of circles here. I like that one better. You know what? I think I'm going to use that. That's perfect. And somebody made this for me. Who made this? Bev Maher. Thank you, Bev. That is perfect for this. I like that. All right, let's get that on there. That's really pretty. There. Turn that over, give a nice little back rub, and check it out. That's pretty. And I do have more green gems that'll match that one. So let's get some green gems. Right there. That'll work. I'm actually working my way through this box. It's taken me a couple years to go through this box. That's funny. There's a lot of gems in here. Alrighty, so let's see. I'm thinking maybe a couple up here. That's pretty. Maybe two down here. Or maybe three down here. Maybe a big one. Or this size. Let's do this size. Come on, quit turning over. There. And then like that. That's pretty. I like that. Very nice. All right. So what do you think of that for a neat fun fold card? That's kind of different. Not too shabby. I guess these can go in greens. In with the green paper scraps. All right. So check that out. Isn't that pretty? And again, cutting at 2 1/8 down here, and then cutting the strip at 2 1/8. So this square here is 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. And then you could write your message here. You can always write on the back too if you wanted to, or you could actually write this right in this whole section here if you wanted to. So I hope you like this fun fold idea and you'll give it a try. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.